Wonderful day, everyone. Good, thriving Thursday. It is a wonderful, thriving Thursday. Listen, things are getting better. Say it, just say it, just say it with me. Say, things are getting better. Things are getting better, y'all. Some days you're up, some days you're down, some days you're just glad to stick around. So today, just stick around with me today. Everything is wonderful. Everything is great. I have in my journey that y'all walking with me with, I have learned and I'm still learning to overcome negative thoughts. If you didn't catch my class yesterday, catch this class today. Overcome negative thoughts, right? Now, I was helping y'all yesterday about intrusive thoughts. Our mind is a powerful place to be. I'm gonna say that again. Our mind is a powerful place to be. And the reason why I come over here and I be so happy because a thought can make you sad. A thought can have you in depression. A thought can have you in fear. A thought can have you worrying. But today I want to teach you how to overcome negative thoughts. Now the reason why I got a smile on my face, because yesterday I don't think I was smiling like I'm smiling today. So in your thought process, if you have a negative attitude, all it takes is a simple thought and say, you know what, I need to change my attitude. Or a simple thought, I need to change what I'm thinking. So today is very clear that we do be in our minds. Now, if you're not a type of person that's not in your mind, I don't know a person that's not in their mind. So today, I just want everyone to really start or practice overcoming negative thoughts. There's things going on in the media, there's things on the feed, there's things that you hear that are negative. I had a few conversations. Matter of fact, I had 3 conversations yesterday. And all my conversations were positive. I talked with both of my brothers and I talked with my mother. And, you know, not to be too personal, but it's good when you have people that can speak positive or have positive conversations. And this is the way you can overcome negative thoughts, by having positivity, focusing on something positive, doing something positive, even just something simple as just speaking positive can help you overcome negative thoughts. Excuse me. So, moving forward, I'm going to get into the word. And this is another way that you can overcome your negative thoughts, by being in the word, by reading your scripture, or having daily devotion of prayer. Find some time out to do your journaling. I got journals. I got journal books. Yeah, these two books I'm writing. Okay, all right, and this is my journal. So you know, find something to do with your time that's productive, because this will keep you from dealing with negative thoughts. Now I'm trying to teach you how to overcome them. At Trauma Support Group Management, we're here to overcome. We're here to grow and go higher and higher. Sometimes it hurts. I'm gonna say this. Sometimes it hurts to grow. I have been in so many painful growth spurs, but I'm growing. Okay? We are growing. If you could say that with me today by faith. I am growing. You are growing, okay? And right there, that's just how you can overcome your negative thoughts. By just saying something simple and positive, like I am succeeding. I am making it. I am great. I am, motivated. I will accomplish my goals. I will pursue my dreams. I can. I will. I can. I will. I can. This is helping you overcome negative thoughts, y'all. So let's get into the word. Today I'm coming from Romans chapter 8, verse 6. Okay? The word, I will say, the word of God does help overcome negative thoughts. Verse 6 says, to be carnally minded. Now, if you don't know what carnally is, this means this, the flesh, okay? Your brain is flesh, right? But what do you mean by this and carnally minded? Like the world, everything we see on the, I was watching news feeds, they're talking about there are floods we don't know about. There's aliens coming. There's the rapture and all this stuff coming. This is how you can become overwhelmed with I say overwhelmed, not overcoming, but overwhelmed with negative thoughts because of what you're feeding into your mind all the time. You're feeding into your mind all the time. What is you feeding your mind? And a lot of stuff that we're feeding our mind, if you're not reading the Word of God, if you're not pursuing things that are making you happy, help you overcome your trauma, addictions, PTSDs, and triggers, then yes, you will be in a state of a carnal mind. Carnal mind, it just means the world. That's it, just the world. Okay? What's the latest faction? What's the newest rapper? Who got the newest goals? What Cardi B doing? What 50 Cent doing? What the news talking about? And it's amazing how we can sit around and have conversations and just talk about the world or talk about other people or talk about situations that not even are even helping you or help you grow to a new level. So for to be carnally minded is death. That's what it says right here in Romans chapter 8 verse 6. Romans chapter 8 verse 6, it says, for to be carnally minded is death. If you I don't know where I'm going here, but if you always wake up and you don't have joy, what is it that you think about during your day or before you go to sleep? What's on your mind during the day or before you go to sleep? This is very important, y'all, okay? This is very important because right now, you have the power of your mind. You have the power to make decisions. I was talking to one of my siblings yesterday, and I was telling one of my siblings, I said, hey man, I might not been the greatest thing, but I think I'm thanking God now for where I'm at, because if you look at if you was where you was in the world and you look at today, you could be appreciative. But when you have that carnally minded, nothing's never good enough. You don't have no gratitude. You're not appreciative. You don't see growth. You don't see nothing positive in a carnally mindset. And that is death. The wages of this sin is death. So guess what? If you have a sinful mind, that's being carnally minded. That is death, okay? Yes, ask me, Mr. Walker, how do you know these things? How do you know what you're saying? Because I was in addiction. Addiction is carnally minded. Being in fear, having no hope, struggling with depression and anxiety is carnally minded. All these things that are opposite than God is carnally minded. Okay? Anything like the devil or, witchcraft and voodoo and the spells or whatever the case may be, or, overeating. It's so many categories I can reach out to that you are carnally minded. Let's read the word and see what it says. It says, for to be carnally minded, okay? All right? It's death. Okay? Let's look up the word carnally right quick. Let's see what carnally. Can we do that? Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we can come up with right now. Carnally minded means, that's not, see, yeah, there you go. So this is what carnally minded means. Being occupied with earthly and physical centered desires rather than spiritual. I'm going to repeat that definition. Carnally minded means being preoccupied with earthly, physical, and self-centered desires rather than spiritual matters. That's what carnally minded means, okay? I had to just do that because everybody like, yeah, that doesn't sound right. That ain't what carnally minded means. Well, guess what? I just broke it down in the correct way, and I gave the illustration. So this is things of the world that's opposite to God, like I said, okay? It says, for to be carnally minded is death. So guess what? If you're already dying. Yeah, if you don't think about things that are glorifying God, you're already dying. Unhappiness is not living. Depression is not living. Fear is not living. Worrying is not living. Overwhelmed is not living. Greed is not living. Grief is not living. I don't know why I'm naming these things, but these are things that are keeping us from living. It said, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Okay? So let's now I don't need the break definition for this. To be spiritually minded is life and peace. So to have trust in God, to have faith, to have hope, to believe and have strong beliefs is a spiritual mind, okay? Reading the word of God, speaking life out your mouth, releasing unforgiveness and bitterness and resentment from your heart, or even things that you do to your spirit. You sit around and meditate on God's word or watch things that are edified in your spirit is life and peace. We have to learn how to be spiritually minded, because that is one way that you can overcome negative thoughts. All right, Bristol Walker, break it down to us. Give us an illustration. Okay, an illustration is this. All right, I'm in a situation where I can't move the way I want to move, right? But if I was in the world, carnally minded, I could say, you know what, man, forget all of this. You know what I'm saying? I take that loss. Let me just go do what I want to do. And what that leads to, death. Jail, institution, or death. One or the other. So if you on the path of sobriety, or on the path on God, or on the path of overcoming your trauma, PTSDs, and triggers, and addictions, and you try to get off that path, and you start thinking carnally minded, yeah, let me just go ahead and do what I want. Let me go have me a drink. Let me go take that smoke. Let me go sleep with this girl. Guess what? You're introducing death in. Okay? Because these are things not only kill you physically, it kill you spiritually, emotionally, financially, and mentally. Yeah, that was good. Okay? Some things can kill you not only in the flesh, but some things can kill you mentally. Some things can kill you emotionally. Some things can kill you financially. Okay? And spiritually. Okay? But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So today, I want to teach you not only from the word, but we have a worksheet to do. We're going to do a worksheet together, okay? Because instead of listening to me, I want you to think on your own. I want you to answer your own questions. Instead of listening to me, I want you to start applying things to yourself, all right? The only way you can change is check yourself, all right? What's the song? Check yourself before you break yourself. We have to check ourselves. And lately, at Trauma Support Group Management, that is overcoming trauma, PTSD, triggers, and addiction, and more, have learned that it's all of a quick decision. It's all of a thought process. You can change your life just only with a single thought. You can change your attitude only with a single thought. You can change everything in your life off a single thought. So today, if you having negative thoughts, I want to help you overcome negative thoughts. Okay? So now we got that out of the way. Let's get into this worksheet. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is, I want you to pick one negative thought. I'm speaking to the world. I want one person. Okay? Just not one person, excuse me. I want you to pick one person. Okay, that person you. Yeah, I see you you interacted with. You with me? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being with me. Okay, so I was talking right, one person? Okay, one person. Okay, but not only one person, everybody. Yeah, you in the back. You too. Okay? I need you, yeah. No, don't look around like, yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. I need you to interact with this class today, okay? So check this out. Pick a negative thought to work with. So I'm going to do this with y'all, okay? So let me pick a negative thought to work with. You know what? I ain't gonna be Mr. Perfect over here, but I try not to look at it. Let me pick something with wisdom. Okay, let's say a relationship. I'm gonna pick a negative thought to work with. So I'm gonna go with relationship. I'm doing this with y'all. See, I'm doing a worksheet with y'all. So I'm gonna go with excuse me. This is a souvenir from a lady friend. It ain't even working. Right. Let's go. Relationship, okay? This one out too? Okay, really? Alright. Work with me, y'all. Every day I done work my pen out. Good. Guess what? I got a whole bunch of them in here somewhere. But stay with me, y'all. Don't get distracted because I'm looking for a pen. Find, pick a negative thought to work with, okay? Pick a negative thought to work with. So I know, all right, I'm gonna quit repeating, okay? So I pick relationship. All right, so I'm gonna do this with you today. So whatever your negative thought is, you pick that, right? Okay. Now that we have addressed a negative thought to work with, this is what we're gonna do. The next step is this. What was the trigger that created the negative thought? That's a question. I'm gonna repeat that again so you can do this with me. What was the trigger that created the negative thought? Don't get off my answers. I want you to answer your own question, okay? All right, don't do off my answers. So I'm gonna write down what was the trigger that created the negative thought. Okay, so let's try this. What was your answer? What was your answer to what was the trigger that created the negative thought? What was your answer? I'm gonna wait for you, and then I give you my answer. So, okay, what's your answer? Okay. All right, cool. Okay. What's my answer? Oh, my answer is what created. So let's start over now because we said what pick a negative thought to work with. Okay. So you had to pick a negative thought to work with. What is your negative thought that you want to work with in this class today? So I pick relationship. What was the trigger that created the negative thought? And my answer was abandonment. Okay? Now, what's your answer? We already answered your answer, right? Okay, fine. So now that we done picked a negative thought, because we're trying to teach you how to overcome negative thoughts, right? I'm teaching you this. This is the step process. So we found the negativity. Now we find out what triggered and created that negative thought. Now we're going to go to another step. Another step is this. How did the thought make me feel or act? I'll repeat that again. How did the thought make me feel or act? So I want you to answer that question. All right. So, okay, so, I want your answer. So I want you to answer yourself to this question. How did the thought make me feel or act? Okay, wow, slow down. Okay, hold on. We ain't trying to go, stay in control. All right, I understand. Yeah, I feel you. Yes, I feel you. Stay in control. Okay, all right, let's slow down. Okay. I ain't trying to trigger nobody. We just, listen now. All right, just stay with me for a second. I want you, see, I need you to grab self-control for a minute. Don't get into your emotions. I'm just trying to help you how to overcome and address. So what I'm teaching you today is not, oh, Mr. Walker, I'm feeling some type of way. Don't feel no type of way. I'm just trying to show you to address your negative thought before you feel some type of way. Now, and you're like, yeah, well, you asked me how did I feel and how the thought made me feel and act. Well, I didn't say demonstrate it. I just said just write it down. I didn't say get upset. I didn't say go back and reminisce. We're not doing that. We're just doing step by steps how to overcome a negative thought. So let's start over. We picked the negative thought to work with. We went to the second one. What was the trigger and created the negative thought? What happened that made you feel, Then we went to the third question. How did the thought make you feel or act? So, and my answer is my relationship for the first one. I felt abandonment in the second one. And in the third one, I felt depressed and mad. Okay? How did the thought make me feel or act? Depressed and mad. Okay? Are we there? Are we all on the same level here now? So we're not gonna go boo-hoo and no, we're not doing that. We're just I'm trying to teach it. We just go with the steps with me, and then you'll be like, oh, okay. That's how I overcome negative thoughts. All right. Number 4. What evidence that there is, excuse me now, what evidence is there that this thought is true? Now listen now, what evidence is there that this thought is true? Okay, let's answer that question. All right. So I want you to answer that question. What evidence is there that this thought is true? Okay. Don't listen. We don't need a lot of answers. Just pick like 1 or 2. Don't go into depth. Just pick 1 or 2 and keep it simple. I'm not trying to trigger you. I'm not trying to bring old emotions. I'm trying to. Once you just go with me, I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, okay, I understand. All right. Because sometimes we need evidence. Sometimes we need proof to understand the way we feel. So, am I right? Okay, great. All right. So now that we got that out the way, let's go to the next one. All right. We're on the worksheet. We're doing the worksheet today. What evidence is there that the thought is false? So you had the evidence that the thought is true, and now you have the evidence that the thought is false. All right. So what evidence is that, what evidence there that this thought is false? I have to think about that one myself. Okay. You can say there's no false thought. It's actually true. So I'm gonna put none. Okay. So let's start over again. Once again, pick a negative thought to work with. Whatever your negative thought was. I pick relationship. Number 2, what was the trigger that created the negative thought? I put abandonment. Then number 3, how did the thought make me feel or act? My answer was depressed and mad. Now, number 4, what evidence that this thought is true? She left me behind. What evidence what evidence is there that the thought is false? None, because she left me behind. Okay? So now that we on them 5, let's keep going. Now, this is very deep, y'all. Please work with me on this. This is a question. How distressing is this thought? Is it mild, moderate, high, or other? I'm going to repeat that again. How distressing is this thought? This is a thought now. How distressing is it to you? Is it mild, moderate, high, or other? I hear some of y'all saying, man, it's other. Yeah, it's higher than high. Okay, that's understandable, okay? I'm with you. Some people might say, hey, you know what, it bothered me a little bit. Some people say, you know what, yeah, it really bothered me, but it's all good. Then you got some people like, man, it really hurt me. That's high, okay? Then you got some people like other, like, boy, look here. You don't understand. Well, I understand. Trust me, I'm with you, okay? I am with you. I understand, all right? But don't act on what you understand. Let me say that, okay? So, what's your answer? Don't listen to my answers, y'all. Don't be saying, this is my answer. I need you to end the act, okay? What's your answer? Okay. No, don't. You ain't got to get upset because that's not. You ain't got to do all that. Just answer like something simple, okay? Okay, what's my answer? My answer is other. And the answer to that is unbelievable. Okay? Yeah, it was unbelievable. Yeah. Now we're going to another step, right? It says, what would I say to a friend in my position? Listen now. Let's do this together. What would you say to a friend in my position? Now, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone because I don't know. That's a. I don't know how it is for you. It might be easy for you. That's why it's a worksheet. I have to think about this. See how I'm thinking? Y'all need to be thinking too. What would I say to a friend in my position? You can do better. That's what I want to say. Or they don't deserve you. I don't know. Let's be logical. I'm going to say you could do better. Or you can say things happen for a reason. Right. Okay. Okay. All right. So, what would you say to a friend in your position? I wish my chat box was open. It's okay. All right. If you have any answers, leave comments. If you can relate to anything that I'm saying in the video so far, when you watch the video, you can leave comments. You can leave answers. If not, you feel like this video can help somebody while we're making this video, share or subscribe to support what's going on at Trauma Support Group Management. I'm really trying to help people, not only just me use my brain, but help you use your brain, because overcoming negative thoughts is you being responsible for your own thought process. All right, so we're going to the next step, right? It says, how can I reframe this thought in a softer, excuse me, let me repeat that. How can I reframe this thought, the thought that you have in the beginning, whatever you pick, okay? How can you reframe this thought in a softer and kinder way? Woo! I had to take a deep breath from that, y'all. I think all of us have to take a deep breath. When we have to think about something and we have to think about it in a more gentle way, yeah, I think all of us need to take a deep breath on that, right? So let's try it. Let's try to take this negative situation or this negative thought that we have, and how can we reframe this thought into a softer and kinder way? Mm, how can I reframe this thought in a softer and kind of way? See, it's kind of difficult, ain't it? Because you know why? We used to them negative thoughts. We're not used to see how right now our brain is being challenged to find positivity in this negativity. I know I ain't the only one struggling. I know I'm not the only one sitting up here like, oh yeah, I got it. No, you have to sit there. I know I'm not the only one just sitting here thinking, like, dang, how can we do that? Is that even possible? Yes, it's possible. Let's try it. All right, just to repeat the question, make our brain click again. How can I reframe this thought in a softer and kind of way? You know what? I'm just going to say for my answer, it was better for my good, I guess. Or it's better for them. I don't know. It was best that we went our separate ways. Or it was best that, I don't know. Maybe it was good. The way, I don't know. That's the only thing I can come up with in a softer way. Maybe God designed it for it to be like that. That's where I'm gonna go with. God designed it to be like that. All right, so I know it's challenging for me, but let's try you. How can you reframe this thought in a softer and kinder way? Give me an answer. Okay. Hey, yeah. And I understand that it's difficult to take a negative and turn it to a positive, because this is why the class is for today. This is how I'm teaching you how to overcome your negative thoughts, because sometimes when you're in that negative state, it's hard to have that positive mindset. It really is. When you're going through an argument, you're going through a breakup, or you're going through anything, the negative thought that you're dealing with, whatever your topic is, it's hard to look at the brighter side of the picture. Why? Because we have negative thought. Now watch this here. This is the last one, all right? It says at the bottom of the sheet, because I did the worksheet with y'all. I'm showing y'all, I did the worksheet with y'all, okay? I'm doing it with you. This is a class. All right, last question. How does the new thought make me feel? Like, be personal. Now, think about it. You reframe this thought in a softer and kind of way. Now, how does the new thought make me feel? Now, for some of us that's probably thinking and struggling a little bit, I'm going to give you a couple things. You can feel compassionate. You can feel calm. You can feel hopeful. You can feel grateful. You can feel happy. Or you can feel any other feeling. Long as it's positive. It has to be a positive feeling. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, and I'm participating in this class with you. So you know what? Now that I'm looking at it in a new, better perspective, I'm gonna go with grateful. I'm gonna go with grateful. Now, to give you the reason why I'm grateful after this whole worksheet, because today, now I sit single, sober, saved, and stable. Now, in your situation that you pick, or your thought that you struggle work with, what's the better outcome of your thought that we have went through in this process? Okay? Now, like I said in the word, in Romans chapter 8, verse 6, to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So this is what this class is about today, y'all. When I say we, me and you, we have to overcome negative thoughts. That's the worksheet today. The only way you're going to be happy is you start thinking about happy things. The only way you're going to have faith is that you start believing. These are things that you need to practice. We already know how to be negative. Okay? If you notice on the worksheet, we started off negative. But at the last two bottles, there's positive. So what are you saying, Mr. Walker? Mr. Walker is saying, hey, yeah, I know things will look bad, but it don't last forever. You can come into life in peace. It's all up to you in your thought process, your decision making. Okay, a lot of us all we do is sit around and, you know, with a phone at Facebook, TikTok, you know, all this. Then they got some positive stuff on here. They actually got some calm watching stuff on social media. So I'm not gonna put it all down, but guess what? Even in your thought process, don't put everything down. There are some bright sides. I ain't gonna say the grass is green on the other side, but there are some bright things to focus on in your thought process. Like right now, I'm gonna give you an exercise. Right now, think of one good thing about yourself. Just one. Okay? If you're saying, Mr. Walker, I can't come up with nothing, then you have to work on overcoming your negative thought process. If you can't say one good thing about your life, you have to work on overcoming your negative thoughts. Everything is not bad as it seems. And the reason why it seems so bad, because of your negative thoughts. Okay? Listen, I thank you for participating in today's class. If this class helped you, please know that Mr. Walker is saying you, as your counselor, has been on the streets, has been on drugs, has been through foster home trauma and addictions and triggers and PTSDs and traumas, that you can overcome your negative thoughts. And thank you for watching Trauma Support Group Management by your man, Mr. Darrell Walker. And please challenge yourself. Overcome your negative thoughts. You can do it. I believe in you.